Join me as I dive into the fascinating history of the Holy Wars and try to uncover what really sparked these epic battles in the Middle Ages. In this video, you'll explore the complex factors that ignited the Holy Wars during the Middle Ages, setting the stage for centuries of conflict. The Middle Ages were marked by a sense of uncertainty as the boundaries between Christian and Muslim territories blurred. One of the key challenges faced during this period was the struggle for control of sacred sites, such as Jerusalem and the Holy Land. These sites held deep emotional and spiritual significance for both Christians and Muslims, making their control a coveted prize. The clash between Christian and Muslim forces was further complicated by the lack of a clear border, leading to ongoing skirmishes and power struggles. The concept of holy war was also deeply ingrained in both Christian and Muslim societies. For Christians, the idea of reclaiming the Holy Land was seen as a divine duty, while for Muslims, defending their territories against Christian invaders was a sacred obligation. This binary thinking fueled a cycle of violence and retaliation. As each side sought to impose its dominance, the struggle for power was further exacerbated by the rise of charismatic leaders who used religious rhetoric to mobilize their followers and justify their actions. These leaders often had their own agendas, seeking to expand their territories, consolidate power, or spread their influence. As tensions escalated, the very fabric of medieval society began to fray. Old alliances were broken, and new ones were forged, as different factions vied for control of the Holy Land. Diving deeper into the historical context, it's clear that the role of the Pope was instrumental in shaping the course of the Holy Wars. As the spiritual leader of Christendom, the Pope wielded significant influence over European nobles and kings, who often sought his blessing for their military campaigns. The Pope's authority was reinforced by the rise of chivalry, which emphasized the ideal of Christian knighthood and the duty to defend the faith. The influence of rising empires, such as the Seljuk Turks, also played a crucial role in fueling the desire for crusade. The Seljuks' expansion into Anatolia and the Middle East, threatening the Byzantine Empire and Christian territories, pushed European leaders to take action. In the late 11th century, the stage was set for a climactic confrontation. The call to arms was about to be sounded, and the fate of the Holy Land would be forever changed. The pivotal moment when Pope Urban II called for the First Crusade in 1095 was a turning point in history, igniting a wave of enthusiasm and mobilization across Europe. The Pope's speech at the Council of Clermont tapped into the deep-seated frustrations and fears of the Christian population. For the first time, a unified Christian army was formed, comprising knights, nobles, and commoners from across Europe. This ragtag force was driven by a sense of purpose, fueled by promises of spiritual redemption and material gain. As the Crusaders marched towards the Holy Land, they left a trail of destruction and massacre in their wake. The brutal sacking of cities and the slaughter of innocent civilians would become a hallmark of the Holy Wars, staining the reputation of Christendom and sowing the seeds of hatred and mistrust. The First Crusade marked the beginning of a long and bloody chapter in human history, as the medieval world was reshaped by the clash of religions and empires. The Holy Wars were a complex and multifaceted phenomenon, driven by a multitude of motivations and fueled by a toxic mix of religious fervor, political ambition, and economic greed. As we reflect on this pivotal moment in history, we are reminded that the consequences of our actions can have far-reaching and devastating effects. Thanks for watching. What do you think sparked the Holy Wars? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about the outcomes of these historic conflicts, be sure to check out my next video.